It's been
So
so hard to everyone's been asking me what happens to Jinx, and I'm like, there's only one thing I can say, and that would be a massive spoiler.
right,
So
yeah, exactly. It's and it's one of those ways like you try to phrase the question so that it's not like, hey, like just be as vague as you want. It's perfectly fine. We have to get just into that episode. Yes, it ends and she does, an amazing thing, and she acts on instinct. And she dies. But here's
mhm.
the thing. Here's the thing. Talking to Greg, I had the chance to talk to Greg, and his rule of thumb is right. Like people die in Titans, but like no one's
No one
ever
really
like
dies.
really dead in Titans. So what can you tell us about that final episode? And also, is there a possibility that at some point, we've seen Spirit World, we've seen all kinds of stuff in the show. Can she come back at some point?
Uh, so there is a possibility if they go down that route. Um, yeah, I think it's it's kind of teased that she she could come back, or there could be a future for her in her final words, which suggests that she has died before. Um, so
Yeah,
maybe this isn't the first time, because she says not again. Um, yeah, but whether she'll show up in in part two, sorry, I don't know whether I can say it. What I will say is that I I'm not a series regular, and I was never hired as a series regular, and that was kind of out there right from the from my when my casting was released. It was Joseph and Franca series regulars right from the bat, from auditioning everything. I was a recurring, and I only had a certain amount of episodes going into this. That was always the deal. So that I'll say that much.
crushes me. Now but it also, is that if that comes down the line, even next season and beyond, or hoping, crossing fingers for next season, is that something you'd be up for? Did you really enjoy your experience to come back?
Oh, 100%. I loved playing her so much. I even was really cheeky and when I met when I met Jeff Johns, pitched the idea of a Jinx spin-off.
That's awesome.
So we'll see. We'll see. I'm just gonna leave that with him. See. I don't know. I think there's so much more to see of her, whether that's future or whether it's past, and
Right.
seeing, how she ended up in prison. What happened in Gotham between her and Dick? Like, has she already been part of the Fearsome Five, or is that to come? Like,
Right.
there's so much. Like, there's so many cool characters that she could mix with. She's already mentioned Constantine,
Yeah, that was a good one.
which would be so cool to see. Um, Obviously in the comics, and well, sorry, in the animated show, she has a relationship with Cyborg. We already have a Cyborg in this kind of
Right.
universe. That would be cool to see. There's so many things that we could do with the character, and she's so much fun to play. Like, I feel like she brings something new to Titans, just something kind of cheeky and fun, and I mean, I this has been my go-to. I say it all the time. I'm going to get told off if I'm not careful, but I feel like there's already the brooding characters in Titans.
Right.
We had people. We've got that covered. We don't need any more brooding. So it's just fun to come in with something a bit different. And you can't please everyone at all. But I am proud after seeing it. I was really worried before seeing it. I was like, oh, God, how is this going to turn out? But after seeing it, I'm really proud of what I did, because I did put a lot into creating that character, and and had a lot of input in how she looked, even down to it wasn't necessarily my choice to have pink hair, but
Mm.
the wig, I made them like hack into it, make it really messy, as if she'd kind of managed to get a spoon in prison and just kind of cut into
Yeah.
it to keep it, little things like that. And making sure there were nods to her Indian heritage in the gold jewelry and the t-shirt that she wears, and her being an Urdu speaker. And I really, really, really cared about it. And like I said, even just kind of the script, adding in bits that I thought felt right at the time, and that back and forth with Brenton and loads of things. It wouldn't necessarily have ended up any worse or better if someone else played her, but it would have definitely been different for sure.
Right.
So yeah, I'm just so proud of it. And I would definitely continue playing her if I could.
Well, as
That was a
someone
really
who's
long answer, sorry.
no, it was a wonderful answer. And as someone who well, number one, I feel like you can absolutely tell, because that's why it's actually surprising that you like never heard of the character or anything before, because it doesn't feel that way.
Oh,
Playing the
thank
character, it
you.
comes through, and so you can tell that all of that work, like it comes through in the performance. So I mean, kudos to you.
Thank you so
It was
much.
a
I
wonderful
bought
character.
loads of comic books. As soon as I got the role, I like went online, found out all the books she was in, and like bought them myself, because people sometimes get them sent, but like I'd never had a job like this, so I was a bit scared of asking. I didn't want to be the person that was like, "Can you send me loads of stuff?" So I bought them myself, and yeah, read them all and made sure I really knew. Like I am a Jinx expert now for sure.
Well, I definitely count one fan of the proposed spinoff for
Yeah, thank
Johns.
you.
That hopefully that happens, and I've look, this series has done some really fun things with characters and brought them back. So fingers crossed we get to see Jinx in this
Yeah,
universe
that'd be
again.
great.
And
I mean, we have to see if it gets a season 5
I
yet.
know, I know. I mean, I swear, every season with the show, it they have me like on the edge of the seat, like
I
please renew,
know.
please renew.
But this year, I mean, with all the DC stuff going on, it's even more up in the air. Who
Yeah,
knows?
no, it's just nuts. Well, thank you so much. I know I got to let you go. Thank you for taking the time, and all the best success. Anything you ever need, just let us know.
Oh, thank you so much. It was really good to talk to you.